Hey everybody, my name is Stitcher Proxy, and this is something I've been wanting to do again, reactions, but also to one of my favorite games and one of the favorite genres I've played is Legends of Runeterra. For you guys have seen it go on my channel a lot. It's one of the actual games from Riot I deeply love. And while this is the new expansion, I'm going to be showing you the new expansion trailer that came out a while back ago, like probably, I think it was a week or two ago, I believe. I don't remember. But I would then show you the two champion trailers that have been released. One from, I think, yesterday or the day before, and today. I have seen the champions' pictures, but I have not seen what they can do, which is really good since it will be really nice to see my reaction, but your guys' reaction as well. But I'm also, as I'm going to say this now, this is my opinion because I already know two are confirmed from my list, but this is my opinion on this because this is Vandal City. This is Vandal what is a very role the Yordles are in League of Legends, which is cool. So my opinion, I feel like there's going to be 6 new champions. 6 to 7 new. Two are going to be confirmed. But if it's Vandal City, I'm going to say the Yordles I want to be in the game. One was Poppy, I said immediately, which I was confirmed on. I want Veigar really badly because he would make sense for Shadow Isles. I would want Kled for Noxus, would be cool, if that was possible, because he is a Yordle. And for Targon, I don't really know, truthfully, who would fit Targon for the Yordles, but I honestly would love to see Corki or Rumble. Rumble would be fucking cool. I would love to see what they would do with Rumble's ability. Then also, another one would be Ziggs. But I think by far my favorite would be Veigar. I want Veigar in the game. But as I was saying this now, let's see what happens. I'll give you my opinions. My rules with reaction videos, by the way, I don't talk until at the end of the video. I give you my opinions and all that because I don't like really ruining moments, and pausing throughout stuff is kind of annoying in my opinion. So let's have our fun. Crack up a soda. Ooh, that good sound. And let's get this party started. Remember, my screen is this way, by the way, for you guys to understand.
Yordles say that all roads lead to Vandal City. It's not just our home,
I love you
it's
guys.
who we are. Especially us Vandal Scouts, who pledge to faithfully uphold the Scout Code and serve Yordle kind, no matter how impossible the mission. We're all taught to tie knots and build traps. But the most important things? I had to leave home to learn those. The outside world is dangerous. Strange, even. But strangers can surprise you. Give them a chance, and they might even lead you somewhere incredible.
Okay, so I do have a few questions for this video because I have my opinions. By the way, for you guys to know, I'm happy now. So, there are 6 champions that I noticed in this trailer. I will name all the ones that we're seeing as I will go back and look at these for you guys, where you understand who I was talking about. So, this, I'm actually happy That's Veigar, one of the ones I actually wanted to be in the series, wanted to be in the game, and I'm happy. Vandal City, if they get him, I really hope he is Vandal Noxus or Vandal Shadow Isles. I'm hoping more leaning to Shadow Isles with the dual regions, which is also confirmed as we get that now too. Cool. Next is this lovable psychopath. This is Ziggs. I really hope he is pure Zone. I hope he is Vandal Zon, because it makes way too much sense for him to be Zon and Piltover and Zon and Vandal City. That is too fucking cool if that would be that way with him. And then when we got to this point, we see this book. Let me get the book. This makes me think of Yumi. If Yumi is added to the game, I would find that really interesting, because Yumi in the actual series mentions she misses her Yordle, which that means the person we see might be her Yordle, which is, I just never clicked that in my brain. That's cool. That book belongs to Yumi, which is the little flying cat we have in our game. And then we have this lovable girl. Let's get a clean pic of her. Let's get a good little pic of this girl. This, I will introduce kind of who this is in the trailer, because she's one of the ones who get revealed. This is Caitlyn. Oh, I'm happy. Caitlyn is cool. I love her design. I love how we get to see her almost look like who she is. Like, I'm actually happy. This is cool. In the book, I think we got to see 3 champions in the book. Let's see. Oh, I didn't notice this one whenever I saw this. I saw clips of this from a friend of mine. That's Senna. I already kind of know we're getting Senna. That would be a Shadow Isles Demacian card, probably. Oh, wait. I like this. I do. That's Senna, and I do love this. This is cool we get Senna, because we've had her in the game for so long. When we saw this, no. That's Xerath, which means Shurima. We might be getting a pure Shuriman card now. Another one for the Ascendant, which, oh, I'm happy. That would be cool, because I wonder how they're going to incorporate his abilities and everything. And last but not least, I know we saw one more in this picture group.
Strange.
There. Oh, no, I think it's good. Dang it. Go back to fucking this. I know who this belongs to. So, this is Scion. This is going to be a Noxus card. Definitely. And, oh, this is going to be a good Noxus card. I really hope with Scion, if they use him correctly, I hope that is passive. I hope with him is that he takes damage. He's the one that if you inflict damage to me, I can evolve. And that his passive, that if he dies, he comes back stronger, would be a cool way of incorporating in his card. That's my opinion. But those are all the ones I noticed in this one. Then we're going to go to the next one right now. But I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Let's see.
Right,
Alrighty,
team,
now
adventure
this one
time.
is Poppy.
Today's the day I find that hero. I can spend a whole fight wondering shield or hammer.
They'll never know what hit them.
For justice! For Demacia!
Same, but, for this side. Sure you want to do this? What do you see up there, Pip?
For the millionth time, shouting ruins the recon! Striking their flank!
We got this!
Break their ranks! Poppy, might the hero be on this very field? Eh?
I sure hope so. Let me know if you find him. Hope you're sturdy. Guess he wasn't the hero.
Quest will be over quicker than you can fry a ferret. Remember what I told you?
Swing low, send him sky high. I'll make you proud. No hero, huh? Guess I'll finish this one. Hammer guard! Quest complete. On to the next one.
Okay, so I kept my mouth shut in the entire time of this, but oh my god, there's so much beautiful shit in this. I got a lot of opinions now. So it looks like with Poppy, when she attacks, grant all allies plus with equal or less power than me, meaning her actual... Okay, for people who are new to the game, power is the orange and yellow. Then me, give everyone, including herself, +1/+1 power, which, oh my god, that is cool. But then I would say the other unique with this is that I like how this is a good deck with Rek'Sai. Honestly, with Rek'Sai, I could see this being really good, or Sivir would be a good deck with her. I'm giving off ideas, by the way, while I do this video. Also, I think Swain would be good because of the impact. It's the skill ability, which I think is really unique. But I think with also how she can basically keep all of this, I really do like this a lot. Because of the whole... I think if I go from every region, I'm going to do it like this, by the way. Give me 1 second. Oh, shit, I almost spilled my drink. Alrighty, so what this video is also is I'm going to go through every region that I believe, card-wise, champions that I believe will go good with Poppy. And that's my opinion. I'm going to go through every region and tell you why and why not. I think for Poppy, I'm going to say a good one would be Shyvana. One, because her whole thing is that she gives grant me +1/+1 this round, which is good. Another thing with her is that I've seen dragons do 12 damage. You can classify Poppy, if this is the dual region, as a Demacian card, which would be really good this way. I think Shyvana and Poppy are good. I really think another one that would be really good for them might be Fiora or Quinn. As because her skill would work off these... The ones I think would be working with her a lot would be Fiora, Lucian, and Quinn. These four, to be exactly the best in my opinion, for the Demacian units. If I go Bilgewater, I think we already saw a good one with Bilgewater. I think Fizz is automatically still good because it's Fizz, and I love this new art. This new art they have for Fizz right here, I want to get a close-up of this. Looks so fucking pretty. I love this. And like that is pretty. That new art they gave him, I like that. That's nice. That is really nice. But I think for her, the best ones for her are probably going to be, I think, honestly, for how her thing works, Gangplank would be a good one, because you can proc his whole, when she evolves, you can proc his whole do damage to return. I feel like Fizz would be interesting, but I feel like it would not be the best idea. Misfortune's already seemed to be good. I think Tom Kinch would be another good one because he can have better survivability. But that would also be really good in my opinion. Because you can actually attack with Tom Kinch, gain 1/+1, and eat somebody. You don't even have to attack with them. It just gives to all allies, which that is really nice. Next is Freljord. I think the only ones in Freljord I think would be really good with her, because they're permanent, by the way. They're permanent +1/+1s. Braum would be really good because it makes it where he can be a living tank. I think Lysandra and Trundle are the best in my opinion with her. As much as Anivia is good, I don't like the idea of her. I think Anivia would be a maybe. But she's a last, by the way, she's a last breath, means if she dies, those pluses go away. The only ones I'm worried about are Ashe would be really good if they had a higher enough. Tryndamere has to die, so it's not really good to give it to him. But I think right now, the only ones in my opinion that are good, I think Sejuani would be okay if you can give her higher up power to be stronger than her, which would be cool. But I think the best one out of all of the Freljords, I'm probably going to give it to Trundle and Lysandra are the best ones. Or, honestly, Braum, because he has to survive 10 damage, which is really easy for Braum. Next is Ionia. I honestly think because Ionia is kind of all mixture of really low cards, I think the best ones for her, for Poppy, would go to Irelia big time because of how her attack card, Zed big time, and probably Shin. These 3 cards. I don't think Yasuo will be that. No, actually Yasuo won't be good because she does get a stun, which is really good. And sorry, it'll be really good for her. But I feel like Yasuo, because of only one stun that she generates, only one stun that she generates, I believe, or it's just a spell in the card, I don't think it's a good idea. But I think otherwise, I think the best ones are Irelia and Zed, are in my opinion the best ones for her, and Ionia. Because with this combo with her, you can literally have survivability and attack so many times with allies. Because you can buff her up so much. I like this better with that. Noxus. I'm going to be honest, Noxus is probably going to be Swain for one, for my opinion, because Swain is very strong, but with Poppy, it would make it very viable. I think Katarina is a very iffy one because Katarina does go back to your hand. I would say Riven would be good and Draven would be good. I think those are okay. Next is Piltover Zon. I did say Caitlyn would be interesting, but I don't. By the way, that new fucking Teemo art. I want to look at this new Teemo art. Sorry if I get distracted, but I'm looking at the new art. That looks too good. I love this. It looks really too pretty. I love that. I do love that. It looks way too pretty. Sorry about that. I look at these new things. I think for Poppy, best cards, in my opinion, go to, I think, Teemo. Heimerdinger, big time for more survivability, and you can cast out more spells. I would honestly say Ezreal, most likely. Vi is a better choice as well, because Vi can benefit a lot for attacking. And I think Caitlyn would be okay, but I think the one out of all these that are not good with it might be Echo, just because he has to focus on predicts. And maybe Victor. I don't think, because I'm not worried about Jinx. Jinx is the only one here I'm not really thinking about much. Shadow Isles, on the other hand, I think the best one for her goes to Elise and Maokai. Elise and Maokai are her best cards, in my opinion. Just because Maokai can generate an ethereal unit that tosses away 2 cards. I think it's the Eliser one, but Elise literally gives a free 1-drop. Gives us a free, quote, 1/1 when she attacks, which is too fucking good. With Poppy, that would also mean that she can benefit from that, and she would become, say if it's round 5 and you have 5 mana, you attack with Elise, and Poppy's on your, you attack with Poppy and Elise. Elise has not been buffed up yet from this at all, or she has one time. She would be a 3/4. Her spider would be a 2/2 or 3/3. That's how much benefit you get from this. This is really good and really, really incredible. I would say Thresh maybe because I'm also Thresh because of survivability, but best one Elise for Poppy at least, in my opinion. Shurima. I'm honestly gonna say Shurima is kinda iffy on who would be good with Poppy. I think the only one in my opinion would go to Renekton because they're the exact same, and Zillion because of survivability. I really don't think anyone in Shurima is really good with her other than Renekton, in my opinion. Targon, on the other hand, I think Targon's best one for her probably will go to Diana, just because you can make it where Diana can be very much prio very early. Zoe would be really good. Soraka for more survivability. Taric for more survivability, but also giving you a more beneficial. I don't really think Leona, Aurelian Soul would be good for her. I really don't. But that's just my opinions. I think Malphite's kind of very over, not even over at the moment. He's kind of lesser. And with how Poppy fights, it would be really hard for her to work around these two because they're too high for her. But that's just my opinions. Well, but my best one for me, the one I'm really wanting to use Poppy for, I'm honestly going to be, with my opinion with Poppy, how I want to play her out. I'm going to put her with Elise from Shadow Isles is one deck I'm going to run. And then I'm going to go Irelia with this, because I think those two are the best in my opinion. Like, I think those are going to be really two annoying, off-meta, annoying cards. Because with this, by the way, a lot of people don't realize if that you play her as a Demacian card, you can literally get her as other Vandal cards too. I think you can go Tri-Region. By the way, that's another thing I want to think of. If you can do Tri-Regions, basically counting Vandal, Demacia, and Ionia, which would be really unique and very fucking cool. But let's see the next one after this. Last but not least, the incredible sniper we saw from the trailer. This is Caitlyn. I will give you a little bit of understanding who this is before I do. Why I love her so much is Caitlyn is the ADC that I truthfully love. She's an awesome character, incredible abilities. She's a cop. I love the whole aesthetic of her. But you guys will see what she does, and then I will give you my opinions of who with her will be good and my opinions why. And then we will check out her stuff from the new set.
Hot on the trail. Notify patrol to close in on this location.
We'll prepare them a nice welcome.
Button to nothing!
Let's investigate. The long arm of the law. She's too far gone. Suspicious activity detected just outside the station.
Stay on him! Backup's on the way!
The trap is set. Examining the evidence. Tell them Caitlyn sends her regards.
Just you and me, fishbones! And them.
Well, both of you are visiting headquarters. I aim to win, and my aim is excellent. Karina, what brings you here?
Business and pleasure, Sheriff.
Boom. I must say, a satisfactory outcome.
Alrighty. Now, this is the girl I'm actually really happy to see. So, I'm going to give you my statistics on Caitlyn, pure, no and things. So, it looks like with Caitlyn, I'm going to give you my opinions on her real fast. Caitlyn, her first card I saw that I loved was this card. It's a Stinging Officer. Nexus Strike, place 2 of her flashbang traps randomly in the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck, which honestly is a unique category. This card is really cool. Then she does the same thing, but here is when she evolves. When she evolves, place 4 random on the top of your opponent's deck. 10 of the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck. Deal damage to the enemy Nexus equal to the number of traps that is activated this round, which is so fucking cool. Meaning that it takes 5 traps for her to activate, which is cool. And you have Kalina, which is this guy, the mastermind, which is I think the one who makes the traps. I don't know. Her thing is place 5 in flashbang traps randomly, or activate the effect of all the traps in the top 5 of your enemy's deck. Which, oh my god, that is really good. Then this card here. Place an enemy follower into your enemy's deck, then your opponent draws a card. That works off this card right here. When your opponent draws place it randomly in the top 10. This is really unique. I love this unique ability. It is really beautiful and I love it so much. Then now we're gonna go to where I believe would be another better way to put the actual stuff too. Alrighty. Who I think she'll be teamed up with really well. Alrighty. So, what I believe who she teams up very well with, because of how her card reacts, there's a few theories in my mind. But champion-wise, Caitlyn, already for Vandal, I think because Poppy would keep her alive, would be really good. But also Rally would be really good. If you go to, I'm going to go in the order of, in the game when you see the symbols. So, 1 second. I'm going to make this where I only see Kate. So, Caitlyn right there. So, my opinion with her is that... There we go. If I need the filter. But my opinion with Caitlyn, for her ability, I think the best one from Demacia with her, I'm honestly going to give it to Shyvana, maybe? No, I don't think Shyvana at all. I really think Quinn will be her best bet, big time. And Vi would be the best one from Zon, in my opinion. Otherwise, I really don't see Caitlyn doing well with most of the other units here. If you go to Bilgewater, I think her best one with Bilgewater might be TF. And then when she evolves, maybe Gangplank, if you want to play for the late game. But I think also Miss Fortune would be really good for her as well. I think that would be another really good one. After that, I think Freljord, the only one in Freljord I think would work with her ability or even benefit from it a little bit might be Ashe if you want to go freeze damage, quick strike, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I don't really see Ashe being very relevant. I don't think Freljord with her would be really relevant. Maybe putting Braum with her would keep more prio, but otherwise I can't really think a lot of Freljord with her. Ionia, on the other hand, I think Ionian cards that would be really good with Caitlyn would go to Irelia, because her trying to shuffle more and more of these things, like how Teemo does, would be really cool. Shen to keep her alive would be really good. I think, since because they don't count as spells, I don't think Karma would be really good at all. Not really. And Lee Sin would not be really good benefit from the spells as well. I think the only ones I could see her doing well with would be Irelia and Shen. My opinion. Just, I know it might be unbiased, but it's just, I don't see much from it. For Noxus, it's really hard to say who would do well with her with Noxus, but the only ones I could see with her, how she plays and everything, Swain for obvious reasons because it's AoE damage to random things. It's non-combat damage to be exactly. I think LeBlanc would probably do well, maybe. It's a big if. I would say only thing I think of with this is Swain. I'm sorry when I say this. Swain is the best one I could see with that. No one else really. Not even. I would say maybe Caitlyn, just because not Caitlyn, Katarina, because she can do when she evolves. Whenever she evolves, play, rally, strike, recall. That's really good, but I don't see it very much good for how this would go for her, because if she strikes, she will evolve, but if she's played again, she can rally and they can attack, which would be really good. I could see maybe Katarina and Swain, if you build the deck correctly. For Shadow Isles, the only cards I can think of her, how this would work out, I'm going to say it's probably going to go Callista, or because you can kill enemies, Thresh or Elise. I can't really think, even Maokai is a very iffy one, because they don't really focus off the opponent's deck. But Shurima, on the other hand, I think the best ones for Shurima, I'm honestly going to say with Shurima, for Caitlyn, it's probably going to go to Sivir, probably. Sivir, or I think most likely going to go to Azir. Just because Azir can put more of the prio that they need, and whenever he evolves with Sand Soldiers. Because I don't think Akshan will be good. I know Rek'Sai won't be good. I don't really think Renekton would be really good with Caitlyn if the traps don't. But that's just my opinion. The only cards I think with Targon that would work very well with her, I think Leona would do good for stuns, where if she needs to attack, she doesn't have to worry about big, strong enemies. I think Tarek would be really good, because Tarek can do a lot of prio and keeping people alive, and you can also, when they evolve, you can do more with that. I would say that's pretty much it. I don't think Ezreal would be really good because of how they work, to be exactly. Yeah, no. I think Zoe would be an iffy, but I think Zoe might work with her, but that's it. I don't really think of anything else for them. The best ones, in my opinion, for her, in general, for her to be teamed up with, is probably Twisted Fate would be the biggest one, in my opinion. Or, if anything, doing Piltover and just doing just Piltover Zon, and doing with Echo or someone else, and making it where that one card that's ethereal, repeat with it, or even doing Ionian and making it a ethereal card and throwing it out would be really good. But yeah, no, that's just my opinion with Caitlyn. But my best deck, in my opinion, for her is probably going to be Twisted Fate, because you can force cards out, you can do all that with Twisted Fate and all the other cards in Bilgewater. So I think Bilgewater Zon is the best one for her. For Poppy, it's probably going to be Vandal, Damas. My best one for her is probably Ionian Vandal, or Vandal and Shadow Isles. My opinion for that, or Demacia and Shadow Isles, or Demacia and Ionian with her. It's just how you play her, but that's just my opinion. There is one thing with the new cards, with the new cards that come out. This card to be exactly. No. Oh, wait, that's their card? Okay, I didn't get to see this earlier. Deal 2 damage to enemies in place. Oh. That's cool. Alrighty, and then this is the bomb. I'm hoping if this isn't what I think, I want to... Oh, you can open the card art. I want to... So, I'm also going to go back and show you guys the full card art because... Ooh, these are pretty. No, go back to Caitlyn. Caitlyn. Like, that art, that is pretty. Like, I love that. That's really pretty. And her full one is just... Ooh. Like, she just busts into the place like, bitch, I own it. Like, I love that. I didn't get to see the new ones for for Teemo. I want to see it. I never get to see the new art for Teemo. I really want to see this because it looks so pretty. That looks nice. They should have done that to begin with. That looks too cool. And then his evolution for you guys. I like that. It's basically they set off a giant trap and trying to run away. That's cool. Alrighty, I like that. And then we had Bilgewater. We got to see Fizz, and I didn't get to see what the new look for it was. Let me see Fizz. That looks really cool. And I love the whole, shh, be very, very quiet. We're gonna scare them. And then this is the evolution card. Let me see. Oh, because he spooked them. I like that. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's really cool. But this is all that's going to happen in the video. I wanted to show you guys the new cards, new stuff, and new opinions. And I will try to work up new stuff. I'm super hyped for the new region. I really want to see... My next card I really want to see. I want to play Caitlyn. I want to play Caitlyn so bad, and Poppy. But we already know Senna's coming out. I really want to see Senna. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this little opinionated stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Sorry, this is really long and really rambly, but it's my opinion, theories, and stuff. I will say this. I'm going to probably talk for a few more minutes because I do want to go off the other characters we saw in the trailer, but I didn't get to say what I wanted to see from them. With a lot of the characters, I would want to see... I would say the best one I want to say right now is out of... Shit. I'm going to go back to the Caitlyn trailer. Go back to the trailer. Caitlyn. For the champions we saw that I don't know, truthfully, if we get them. But for my opinion, I want to see if we get Veigar, I want to see his passive. And what his passive would be the attribute where he gets 1 mana. I would love it that the fact that the Evil Within would be a spell that gets stronger the more mana you use for it, which would be really cool. I also would love the fact that with Veigar, he gets his ultimate that could kill an enemy if he has if his power matches to the health, he insta kills them, would be really cool. His cage could be a stun card. Any recently played cards could be put in there and they're all stunned. Would be really nice. And his W, is a brought down arrow AoE damage. That would be like 2 damage or something that could hurt enemies. Would be really nice. Scion, I really am hoping with Scion, they gave him Overwhelm, which is understandable. I would love that. But I would love them to also give him his passive, that if he dies, he comes back for 1 more turn and would hit you. Which would be really cool if you killed him, he comes back. Ethereal would be cool, an Ethereal version. He could have Fearsome as well, because of his whole slowing and his whole being the Titan. I feel like also with Veigar might be a low cost, a 3 cost card. Would be cool. Ziggs with his bombs. I could see having the similar effect to Teemo would be really unique, but also I would love it that his bombs, he could throw them and he could cluster the bombs into an area of the cards, and they could blow them up if they get hit. Would be cool. Senna, I'm not going to really worry about until we see her because we are confirmed. The one that I actually want to see, Xerath. Because Xerath's ability in the game, passive live, is every time he hits, he gets mana. I want to incorporate that. Every time he hits, you guys get a free mana. That would be really cool, very unique, very off and off, just 1 mana every time he hits. Meaning that he's guaranteed to actually hit. Putting him up with like rally scouts would be very fucking cool. And then having it that he can stun with his orb, making it where people can't. It could be a fast play stun for it can do 2 damage stunned. His ultimate, he could have it that when he evolves, he can make a card that he can have either his ultimate could be a 5-cost card or a 6-cost card that will, or it could be generated from him normally, that every time he hits, you can use this, that it would, it has 2 effects. One, when it's normal, it does 3 hits, boop, 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 boop. But when it's full, when he evolves, he throws out 5 that do 3 damage each time. Would be really cool. You could put them all on one person and wail them out for 15 damage, or just put them bam, 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 bam on 5 different opponents. Sweep the board. That would be very unique. I would love the idea that he has a similar thing to Ezreal being skill shots based, is that he has to, every time you hit a spell on something or strike an enemy, but it has to be a larger margin because his stuff is very much easier and larger, and I think just spells in general would be really unique. But that's just my opinion. I really hope they do this, and I really love this, but I'm also breaking my voice. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a 40 fucking minute video, and I'm sorry, but this is also a very thing to my heart. I love Runeterra, and I really am happy that they're doing this. So I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys soon. Bye.